here's my third talit. It's my oldest one, and it shows a few signs of wear and tear. But I love everything about it. It's simple colors, kachol velavan, blue and white, the traditional colors of the talit, the colors of the flag of Israel. I love its symbol, the Magen David, one of the oldest representations of Judaism. Its fringes, reminders of our sacred obligations as Jews. To me, this talit symbolizes Jewish tradition and identity. The Star of David, a representation of our aspirations. Two triangles, interlocked, one pointing heavenward, the other towards the earth where we dwell. I've talked about outreach, I've talked about inreach. Wearing this talit, I will talk about upreach. The inspiration that makes us want to go higher and be better than we are. I want us to be a congregation that is Jewishly dynamic, focused on moving every member forward from where they are right now. Imagine a synagogue in which you're always looking for ways to climb up to the next step, progressing towards greater learning, richer faith and spiritual development, greater commitment and practice. In this place, we're ambitious for our own growth. We've tasted something delicious, and we're always hungry for the next bite. Our Judaism is not fueled by habit, guilt, or fear of anti-Semitism. We're drawn forward by love and joy, motivated by curiosity and the search for meaning. We know that new discoveries will unfold every year of our life. We're excited about making this lifelong journey with good companions who will be with us all the way. I want more than anything for Beth Am to be a place where children have this sense of upreach and develop a lifelong appetite for Jewish growth. A dynamic congregation devoted to transforming its members' lives cannot afford to lose any kids. We can't have kids whose Beth Am experience is empty, irrelevant, painful, or friendless. All of them should grow up here feeling safe and loved and happy to be in the Beth Am family. We will need to invest in education programs that nourish kids of all ages, both spiritually and intellectually, structured to help all of our kids make friends. We'll need to continue building a superb professional staff of clergy and educators, as well as a faculty of outstanding teachers and specialists in the Jewish arts, including music, film, writing, and drama. Because classroom learning isn't necessarily the most powerful learning, we should expand our camping and retreat programs, offering a range of Jewish outdoor adventures, as well as enriching opportunities like a variety of Jewishly themed trips for teens and families. Accomplishing all this would keep us plenty busy for the next 10 years. But it wouldn't be enough. We can control only so much of our kids' environments through what we do here at Beth Am, because they spend only a handful of hours here during the week. To address our real educational challenges, we need to consider what happens in their most important learning environment, the home. Many parents, through no fault of their own, cannot provide a rich Jewish home environment for their kids. They are disconnected from Jewish study, from ritual and tradition, from the worship life of our congregation. It's no wonder that these children can't see the point of what they're being taught at Beth Am. If we want our kids learning, their Jewish learning, to stick, if we want their Judaism to have substance and staying power, we're going to have to focus much more intensively on educating parents, starting with parents of infants and toddlers and preschoolers. We'll have to find meaningful new ways of engaging families in prayer, on Shabbat, on the high holidays, at home, in the synagogue. We'll have to continue building a culture for our kids to grow into, one that values and practices Jewish learning for grown-ups, one in which parents and grandparents lovingly and joyfully share Jewish traditions with their kids. All Beth Am children should know what it feels like to be tenderly blessed by their parents on Friday night, to say the Shema at bedtime with the people they most love and trust. A word about holidays. Most American Jews express their Judaism in sporadic, once-a-year events. They light Hanukkah candles in December. They attend a Seder in April. They spend a few hours in synagogue in September. But I think the most powerful way to shape Jewish identity is to celebrate Shabbat. It's the most important Jewish holy day because it comes every single week. It's effective because it's affective. Done well, it reaches us on a deep, emotional, and sensory level. So I hope that in the years ahead, we'll find compelling ways to keep Shabbat at the very center of our congregational life. How can we help all our members to find power and meaning in our worship service? How can we bring individuals and families together to share Friday night meals? How can we find a place for stillness and peace in a world so full of noise and demands? How can we personally, patiently help each busy, tired, overstressed family to discover the beauty of Shabbat? Last Friday night, I stood on the bima and I watched you, as I always do. I saw a woman whose elderly mother is sick and not such an easy person to deal with. This woman had worked hard all day at her job, and then she came to Beth Am to celebrate Shabbat. Her eyes were closed. She was singing her heart out. On her face was an expression of joy. When I see a sight like that, I know that what we have to offer is precious, irreplaceable, and transformational. 3 talitot that express my dreams for this holy congregation. Each one speaks to me about what a synagogue can be: open, compassionate, dynamic. A place that calls us to reach out and work for justice, to reach in and care for one another, to reach up and grow into a life of beauty and significance and joy. Of course, we cannot know what the future will bring to Congregation Beth Am. Few of us could have predicted what's happened to us in the last 9 months, and every year will have its challenges to meet. The task of a great congregation is to respond to the events of the time while faithfully, enthusiastically pursuing its long-term vision. I have spread my dreams under your feet, wrote William Butler Yeats. Tread softly, because you tread on my dreams. It is hard, to spread out your dreams before others, not knowing how they will react. But I offer my dreams to you today, in gratitude and trust, in love and in hope. Thank you.